Dusk settled over the checkpoint, painting the desert in long, somber shadows. Just another day, another stretch of desolate road leading to one of the most secure military installations on the planet. For the Navy SEALs on duty, it was routine. Scan the horizon, check the perimeter, stay sharp. The air was thick with the scent of dust and diesel, the only sound the low hum of their tactical gear and the whisper of the wind. Then, a disruption. A pair of headlights cut through the twilight. It wasn't a military vehicle, not a contractor, just an old, beat-up pickup truck, rattling its way towards them like a ghost from another era. It was rusted, dented, and caked in the earth it traveled over. Inside, a lone driver. The SEALs tensed, hands instinctively moving closer to their weapons. This wasn't right. The truck sputtered to a halt just before the barrier. The team leader, Calcine Spectre, approached, his movements precise and deliberate. Two of his men fanned out, rifles at the ready, creating a triangle of lethal force. The driver's window was already down. He was an old man, his face a road map of wrinkles, his clothes simple and worn. He just sat there, hands resting on the steering wheel, calm as the desert night. Spectre's voice was low, devoid of emotion. "State your name and purpose." The old man simply looked at him, his eyes clear and steady. He didn't seem intimidated by the state-of-the-art weaponry pointed in his direction, or the hardened warriors surrounding him. He offered no name, no explanation. Just silence. The team grew agitated. Whispers crackled over their comms. "He's not on any access list. This feels wrong. Spectre." "To quiet. Let's pull him out." Surged the vehicle. Tension coiled in the air, a palpable thing. The old engine idled roughly, each cough and sputter echoing the unease of the soldiers. Close-ups captured the sweat on a young SEAL's brow, the tight grip on a rifle, the driver's serene, unreadable expression. They were at an impasse. Detain him and risk an incident over what could be a lost civilian. Or let him go and risk a threat to the base. Spectre weighed his options, his jaw set. The old man hadn't made a single aggressive move, yet his quiet defiance was more unnerving than any open hostility. The minutes stretched into an eternity. Finally, Spectre made the call. They would hold him, just until they could get a definitive ID. An hour later, the quiet was shattered. Not by the old truck, but by the roar of powerful engines. A convoy of black, unmarked SUVs screeched to a halt, their headlights flooding the scene in a blinding glare. Doors flew open in unison. Men in sharp suits and earpieces emerged, moving with an efficiency that screamed federal authority. They formed a cordon, silent and imposing. The SEALs watched, bewildered, their rifles now seeming less like tools of authority and more like props in a play they didn't understand. The rear door of the lead SUV opened. A figure stepped out, his uniform crisp, the polished stars on his shoulder catching the harsh light. 1, 2, 3, 4, a 4-star general. His face was granite, his eyes carrying the weight of decades of command. He didn't spare a glance for the agents. His gaze was fixed on the SEALs, then drifted to the old pickup truck where the quiet driver still sat. The general's voice cut through the stunned silence, cold as steel. "I was informed there was an issue with my father's commute." The world seemed to stop. The wind died down. The radios went silent. The SEALs stood frozen, the full implication of the moment crashing down on them. The grizzled old man in the dusty truck was the father of one of the most powerful men in the entire United States military. Spectre's face was a mask of disbelief, his team's shock radiating through the cold desert air. In the headlights' glare, a brief, fleeting image surfaced, a black and white photo of a young soldier, decorated for valor in a long-forgotten war, his eyes the same as the old man's. The general walked slowly toward the truck. The old man simply nodded, a faint smile touching his lips for the first time. It was a lesson no training exercise could ever teach, a stark reminder that heroes don't always wear uniforms, and true power doesn't always announce its arrival. Sometimes, it just rumbles down a dusty road, waiting patiently for the world to catch up.